Hello, hello. I'm officially live. Happy Template Thursday. Happy Template Thursday. All right, y'all. So for today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to maximize party templates. For those of you who are new, welcome in. My name is Mona. I create and sell some of the most amazing custom party favors, and I also teach other crafty sisters how to do the same. So every Thursday, we come on live, show you how to create party templates just like these that you're seeing here. This is our party favorite template library full of over 500 done for you designs for you to choose from. But for today, we're adding a new bundle to the library, and I'm also going to take some suggestions because I know a lot of times Crafty Sisters ask for templates that might not be here, but I'm going to show you guys how to maximize what's already here. So welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Crafty Sis Kevon. Hello, Senzo's dad. Welcome in. Happy Template Thursday, y'all. Let me just tell my Crafty Sisters that I'm live. Let me tell Instagram as well. Let me grab the link because I'm going to put it in my stories as well. How have you guys been? I know I wasn't live last Thursday. I was actually on vacation. So I missed you guys. Couldn't make it on live last week, but we're back this week. So let me grab my link. How have you guys been doing? Good morning, Tracy. Happy Template Thursday. Let me grab my link here. Because y'all know we can't leave IG out. We can't leave them out, y'all. So let me copy link and post to my stories. So this is just a little insider for the Crafty Sisters who are in mentorship. Y'all see how I do it. I go live. I'm notifying IG now. Even if I'm not live on there, I'm still going to let them know. So I'm pasting the link. Join us here. Crafty Sis Tracy, was it you asking for a template that I didn't have? Which theme were you asking for, sis? Because we could do that one next. For now, I'm gonna add this one. Another Crafty Sis asked for me to add this bundle here. So let me share this. So this was a previous template that I created for one of my customers. It's a Proud Family bundle. So right now I'm going to into a generic theme, of course, removing the kids that was on there, and we're going to add it to the library. So arrow, I'm just adding this to my stories. Okay, perfect. So before I went live, I created a video, Rugrats or PJs. Okay, we can do that next. So I created a video before I went live, just kind of showing my screen. And I said to join me live on YouTube because I knew I was going to be live on YouTube. So right now I just posted it to my stories. That's cross promoting, y'all. Cross promoting. So that's a little insider. I decided to do a Pilates themed birthday party for the 6th and wanted your thoughts on the design for Shades of Brown. I think that would be cute. Send me the design via email, Kevon. Send me the design. If you want, we could even do that one after Rugrats. So we're gonna do Proud Family first. Then we can do, because with the Proud Family, it's already done. All I have to do is kind of switch it up. Then we can do a Rugrats theme, or we could even turn this same bundle into Rugrats to make it easy. And then we can do the theme that you have, Kevon. So if you send it to me, I can open it up and we can, fix it up and things like that. So send me an email, send it to canvasbling@gmail. Okay. All right. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. So this was the template bundle that was already here. So right now, all I'm going to do is switch up some of the stuff that's in here. So of course, we want to remove the little ones and their name. Let's ungroup this. I'm going to remove this. So the theme was Proud Family. So of course we recreated the logo using their name. Their last name was Rich. So that's the first thing. We took that off. I'm going to go to the elements section right now, and I'm going to see if Canva has the Proud Family the Proud Family, what I'm trying to say, the Proud Family font. So let's see. Let's just see if they do, because I want to say I got these letters from an outside app. Okay, yeah, so they have something that's similar. We're gonna go with it because I feel like this is close enough. So we're going to just put happy birthday. But I'm trying to see. Let's go here, y'all. I'm gonna go to my font, my favorite font site or favorite font app, which is Text Studio Maker. Let me just charge because my laptop is saying we need to charge. Y'all, remember that I can't see the comments as I'm designing, so I'm gonna toggle back and forth. But until then, just you can drop the comments. I'll toggle back and forth to make sure I'm not missing anything. So let's go here. This font is looking like it'll be a good one. We also have, let me go here because I want to see what I want to remind myself what I have on this. So, okay, I see we have this. So we have this logo here. Let's see if we can find, I feel like this is a good one that we could use. Let's see what else. If not, of course, you could always go and search the font and find it in a third-party app. But whenever I do these lives, I try to stay within Canva just to show you guys all the things that you can do in here. So this one too. This one might be a good one. Let's see what else we have here. This one might be a good one too. Let me see if I could. This one might be a good one too. But I just want to see if, because sometimes you can get lucky. Sometimes. Okay, no. All right, let me keep looking, y'all. Let's keep looking. You can also switch up the font type too. So once you go to pick your 3D effect, like this one here is a 3D effect, you can go and you can switch up the font type to be something closer if you wanted it closer. Something like a varsity font would be good for this. So let's just see what else is here. I'm just skimming through really quick, y'all, just so I can see if there's anything else I would prefer to use. See, something like this, a varsity font would be really good for this. So we're going to actually go with this one. I feel like that's the closest one. This includes the mom, dad. So let me just go through and take away the babies. We could probably get rid of the money too, because let me know if y'all want the money to stay. But it was a part of playing with their last name, so that's why that's there. But that doesn't have to stay. I'll show you what I mean. So that can come out. And then let's lock this. I'll leave these here if you guys wanted to include other things that you can either sublimate or t-shirts. So I'll keep these on here, and we're just revamping it so we can take away our customer photos and keep just the twins. And they were turning 1, but of course with these you can switch up the numbers to match whatever age your customer is turning, or your little one, because I know some crafty sisters get the templates for themselves too for their little ones. So just putting that out there. So just like that, we switch this up. So I'm going to switch up all of them. Uh-oh, what did I delete? Okay, I deleted our. I'm going to switch up all of them for the numbers. So for the crafty sisters using this template, for the numbers, these numbers, you can find them right in Canva. And this is how you find same elements. So you click on whatever element, you hit the dots at the top. Sometimes you can get lucky to where it'll show you more. So I'm going to go to info, and right here on the bottom where it says view collection, if you click on that, it's going to show you the set for the collection. So let's take away the 3D. And as you can see, it has numbers and letters for this set. And I just switched up the colors to be able to match the theme. Okay, we're going to keep the colors as is, but of course, everything can be switched up. So I'm just showing y'all how to easily do that. So let's get rid of this and do the same thing for this one. So if there's ever a Canva element that you want to find, likely there is a full collection of it. Sometimes it doesn't have it. So sometimes we do get unlucky and they don't have it. But if they don't, they'll always have a like, things that's similar. So just putting that out there. So let's take this away. She's so cute. Let's do just the birthday girl. Move this here. I'm going to position this slightly behind her because I feel like it's cute like that. So let's move that like this. Bam. Birthday boy. They were the cutest twins. Same thing. And I'm just rearranging things to my liking to make it fit. Since we obviously can't have our customer images on the template bundle. So bam. Okay, this was just an extra, so we could delete this one. So let's unlock. It's something that's locked on here that I'm not seeing. Unlock. Okay, I'm trying to unlock. Why isn't it letting me? Oh, let me ungroup first. Or did I lock several elements on here? This one playing tricks, y'all. So for some reason, everything is locked on here. We gonna skip it for now because I'm just gonna delete that page. And then the same with here. So we deleted most of our elements. So now we can add our words here. And I'm just gonna put happy birthday. So I'm gonna go back to our bundle. Oh, you haven't started yet, sis? You're welcome, Crafty Sis Tracy. Oh, I thought you started it already. Okay. Well, I think that's a cute theme, sis, for sure. The browns, you can never go wrong with shades of brown. So I absolutely feel like that's gonna be cute. So I'm gonna go back to my Text Studio Maker and go to the font that I said. So we said varsity, and I'm just gonna put happy birthday. Happy birthday. And then I'm going to add to the design. And I'm going to switch up the color to match our design. So let's go with orange. And for our, we'll do the blue. You could either do orange or purple. Let me see how purple looks. I think purple might be cuter for this since we don't want it to blend too much. So bam. Let's ungroup this one. I'm going to move this down a little. I'm going to take this out because we don't need it anymore. And then I'm just going to add some balloons back here. So let's go to our elements. I feel like the battery on my mouse is dying because it's going so slow. There we go. All right. And then I'm just going to look for purple balloons. So these are cute. I'm going to add it here behind our number 1. So I'm going to position it backwards. So now we have the back of our chip as well as the front. And of course, if you wanted to, you could add more characters here. I'm going to leave this as is just because it's the twins theme. But of course, you could switch it up to add different characters too. So I'm going to take them off of the couch. And I'm just going to have just the characters. Or y'all want the money on or take them off? Should we leave the money on some of them? Hello, Angelic Creations. Yeah, the purple toned it down because the orange was blended too much. My vacation was amazing, y'all. I had so much fun. So much fun. And it was just my time to really just unplug because y'all know I will work, 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 work. But I didn't have a choice but to unplug on vacation. So I had so much fun, y'all. Spending time with my cousins. We finally got our vacation off of the group chat. I would say leave the money on some. Okay, so we'll leave the money on this one. We'll leave the money on this one. I'm going to take this off and I'm just going to add this on. So let me see. We had it somewhere on here. Okay, this one. So we're going to add this one. Copy. Crop you a little bit. Okay, so we have this one on. I'm going to make them slightly bigger. Just a little bit. Let's position our one backwards. Well, we'll put it behind her, but leave it in front of him. Well, let's do a little 3D. So I'm gonna duplicate this. I don't want his hair in front of the one because it's gonna cover it too much. But I do want his hand and his feet. So I'm going to just kind of finesse a little bit and just do a little cropping. So as y'all can see, let me know if y'all want me to do it again if you missed it. I duplicated his image and then I'm just cropping it. So I duplicated it. I made sure it was directly on top of the other one. And then I'm cropping the area that I don't need because I don't want his hair to cover the one, just his hand and his feet. Okay, so we have this one. Let me move this up just a little bit. And I think some money was behind him. So let's go to our layers here. And let me see if I can find that layer of money. Yes, this one. So I'm just going to move it a little bit so it's visible. This is so cute. And I'm going to take this off to add this one on instead. All right. And it looks like I have money in the background too, y'all. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. So the whole template is money for this one. I changed this one. So let's take the money out of this one. Because it was going off of their last name, which was so cute. So let's see. I think there's a... So let's delete it. So we'll just keep it solid for this one. Still super cute. And then I added this little cute the spotlights, which adds, you know, just a little bit of pizzazz. All right, so bam, perfect. This is done. Let's see what else we need to change. So same with this one. We're going to take this off. And maybe we'll switch this up a little bit. We'll do happy birthday at the top and then a name at the bottom. So what should the child's name be, y'all? What should the child's name be for this bundle? We're just gonna give a name. Position forward. Let's do the same, adding her in front of the one. I'm trying to see where I want her. The happy birthday is gonna be, or the name is gonna be directly on the bottom, and then we'll do the happy birthday on the top. I'm just resizing them to make it make sense, and then we're gonna duplicate him again and do the same thing. Bam. She's looking a little bigger than him. Let's see. What should the child's name be? Jada? Thank you, Miss Lyric. Nova? Oh, Nova's pretty. Leave the money? Okay. All right. So let's do Nova because I think Nova was first. So let's go here. I'm going to go and I'm going to grab my same text. So let's go back to Text Studio. Well, or do y'all want to switch it up so we could see all the different combinations that we could do? Yeah, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. That way I don't do too much. But y'all know what to do if you want to switch it up. So let's see if I can find our varsity font again. Oh, look at this one, y'all. A money one. We could do something with that. So let's go. I think it was up. I'm just trying to find our same. Let's type in varsity because I'm impatient. Oh, and they have different ones too, y'all. This one's cute. Well, let's go with this one. So happy birthday. That's so tiny. So let's stack it because y'all know how I feel about the font being too small. I'm going to make it a little closer together. And I want for my happy to be, for some reason, it didn't look too centered for me. So add to design. That's better. And then let's change that red to purple or orange. And then let's do her name. So Nova. And now we're just resizing to make everything make sense, y'all. And I'm going to slightly position this backwards just a little bit. Oh, hold on. Not that bit. Just a little bit because I want it to be, I want the one to slightly overlap the happy birthday. And then for them, I definitely want them to stand on top of the word. So I'm going to position her forward. Make sure we keep his body together. Let's zoom in so we can see good. I want him on top of forward. Okay. Because I want him to stand on top, but I have to make sure that he's layered good. Did I slightly, hold on, to make sure, because I don't know if I slightly made this one bigger, so I'm going to duplicate it one more time just to make sure it's on point, y'all. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna do our cropping. Crop his hair. Perfect. All right. And then we can get rid of what we don't need. So I'm going to ungroup this, move this up slightly, add a little bit more space between this. Okay, perfect. This is so cute. All right, so now same with our juice. So I'm going to get rid of what we don't need, which is our little ones. We're going to take them out. I'm keeping it grouped because I like how everything else is on here. So I'm just getting rid of what I don't need. So we're going to get rid of this as well because we're going to switch that up. And we'll just keep, okay. So I'm going to grab this here. All right. And then I'm going to duplicate. So this just goes to show you too, if you are, oh, this is for bubbles. I don't know why I have water here. But this goes to show you that even if you have templates that you created for yourself already, you can go back and do the same thing, y'all, so that you could be able to keep reusing your designs, because a lot of times people want what they already saw you do anyway. So to not complicate it, just, repurpose. So I'm going to rotate this just so y'all can see what I'm doing good, even though I know sometimes I'll be working sideways. And I'm doing the same thing, just getting rid of the elements that we no longer need. Okay, I'm just trying to grab our labels here because I see I left it out in some of it. So backwards, forward. Everything just grouped, ungroup. All right. So this has chips, water, juice, bubbles. So let's lock you for a second. Money on some, money on, not on some. Oh, let's take the money off of this one since we had it off of the other one. We'll keep it on the purple ones. So bam, and then this part too. So we're going to switch this up. Thank you, the Crafty Mom Educator. She said, love this. This is so cute. Thank you, Creations by Nisi. Yes, Tech Studio has a lot of fonts. Thank you, Crafty Sis Nisi. She said, make sure y'all double tap, y'all. It should be as equal number of taps as it is people in here. So I appreciate the reminder, sis. All right, so let's go back up. I'm going to grab this one more time to add it here. And of course, this can be edited to include the name. You can just put happy birthday, whatever you want on here. To stick with the theme, we're just going to put this on here just so we can have it, you know, all matching. But you can switch that up, y'all. Bam. Okay. So we have our bubbles. This looks like it was just an extra one because we did something similar already. With this one, they're just holding hands on this one. So I'm going to get rid of this one and this one. Let's see what else. We could get rid of these, right? Because we have our, well, we have juice. So let me add the waters on the same page just so we can condense the pages. Then get rid of. And then for this one, I don't know why this is locked like this. Let's see. Locked element positions only. No. I'm trying to unlock this page so we could delete it, but it's being a little stubborn. Let's see. I don't know what I did to lock everything and why it's all. It's not grouped. I don't know what I did to this page, y'all. Okay, so it duplicates, but it's still locked. And then I done added another page. Let me delete. Okay, because we already having a hard time. Yeah, I don't know why this is so locked like this. Edit. I don't know what I did, y'all. Everything is locked on here. This is crazy. The only thing that's not locked is the background. I have no idea because normally you can click on it twice and it'll unlock everything. But for some reason, this is just being stubborn. Unlock. Okay. It's only partially unlocking. Let me Google this, y'all, because this is crazy. All elements locked. I usually have all the Canva answers, but I don't have the answer to this one. Let's see. The page itself is likely locked. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. We got it, y'all. We got it. That was crazy. Is the first name you had an issue? Hold on. Is this the first time you had issues like this? Because sometimes I have the same problem. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen the whole thing locked like that. But I guess I had the actual page locked. So I had to click on this here to unlock the page. And that worked. Canva do be tripping sometimes, but I don't know what that was about. So this template was always a Proud Family one, but it was one that I already had, and another Crafty Sis asked for me to add it to the library. So now we're just making it a generic template so that we can add it to the template library. So now I think we're good. So let me go here. The last thing was the water bottle. So let's change this up here. So let's take them out. So I'm going to ungroup for a second. And we know we got to switch a couple things on here. And add our logo here. So this one I'm going to add to the library right after we're done designing it. For y'all to be able to take advantage. You can use your codes for it too if you have codes still left for this month. All right. We could even take the number off on some of these. Let me try to go to our layers to take the, because I think the orange was no money, right? Orange is no money. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. All right. Bam. And then let's do our purple one. Same thing. We're taking off the elements that we no longer need. Taking off baby boy and baby girl. Let's add, I'm going to ungroup this so I can steal this from this one. Bam. And one more time. Bam. This I'm just going to delete. And this one, because we had some extras. This will keep on here just in case, just in case anybody needs this. So let's copy. And I'm going to add it to our other SVGs. That way you have it if you want to use any of these. So now let's just look over to make sure we're all good. And I think we are. So this also includes some for t-shirts too. So if you want to be able to use it for t-shirts, you'll be able to as well because we have these in here. So let's see what else I need to take off. We'll take these off. Bam. And let's reorder. So we just did the same template in several different ways. And y'all saw how simple that was. So this one also includes a bubble label. Let's duplicate this. Let's put all the orange together and all the purple together. Now we're just really just organizing the bundle. So duplicate. All right. Let's see what else. Our water. So y'all know water, you can fit 6 to a page. So always make sure that you're maximizing your paper as much as you can. That's just what I do here, just to kind of give that reminder, because it hurts my heart when I see y'all printing three labels. Unless you just absolutely don't need the rest of them, then that's fine. But you can fit 6 to the page, y'all. 6 to the page. All right. Bam. Let's do the purple one. For the bubbles, you can fit several more than 6 for sure. I think I'm just gonna kind of, well, let's do this. We'll do one page. Uh-oh. This was locked. So whenever you see an element that just won't move with the collective, then likely it's locked, which was what that orange one was, just locked. So all I did was unlocked it, and now I'm going to just kind of show you that you can fit several on the page. If you have something where, well, I'm only going to put 12 just in case, but this could fit more than 12. Like if you had an order of more, I just try to put as much, I do it like a puzzle piece, y'all. And I fit as many as I can on the page just to be able to save paper. So I'm going to duplicate until I can't anymore. Let's see. I'm only going to put 12, although it could fit more. So if you had an order of 24 or a little bit more, it could fit more. But I'm only going to put 12 just because, you know, that's the standard. Because you don't want to waste your ink either if you don't need it. But the point is put as many as you can on the sheet because it'll help you save on the paper. All right, so bam, bam. We have our water. We have our, oh, we didn't do the purple water. One more water. And then this bundle will be done. And we can move on to Rugrats. So I'm just lining it up and duplicating. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's done. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. Can't wait to purchase this template. It's too cute. Yes, yes, sis. I did too, sis. Can't wait to try the glitter paper. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, y'all. Yeah, the sample pack kind of gives you all of the paper in one. I've also been including, because you know we just recently added sticker paper too, waterproof sticker paper. So if you got a sample pack recently, I added 2 sheets of the sticker paper too, just so you guys can try it, just to see if you like it, see how compatible it is with your printer. If you have an inkjet printer, then the paper is compatible. So I would suggest to everyone, and I'm going to drop the link here, try our sample pack if you're looking for good party favorite paper to try. So I'm going to drop the link here just in case anyone needs it. But it has a few sheets of all of our paper. Copy and paste. Comment. Yes, Crafty says Tamisha, all orders that was placed while I was away have been being shipped this week. So if it hasn't been shipped already, it'll be shipped by tomorrow. Crafty says, I want to say yours was in a batch for tomorrow. But I have quite a few going out today, and then anything else that didn't get shipped today will get shipped out tomorrow. I think I did miss your comment. You're welcome, sis. All right, y'all. So this one's done. I'm gonna add it to the site. So let me create our, because you know we gotta create our cover for it. So I'll let y'all see me do that too. And I'm gonna add it to the site, and then we can move on to the next one. So let's go here. I'm gonna share a new screen with you guys so that y'all can see. Okay, so these template covers are covers that I created for myself. As you can see, all of my different designs are in here. You can do the same thing too, and there is a mock-up template bundle that's on the site where it pretty much gives you these mock-ups and then some, a bunch of different party favor mock-ups so that you could be able to do the same thing. So as you're adding things to your site, you can give it a nice look for your customers to be able to view what you have to offer. So I'm just going to grab my design. So let's go with this happy birthday one. Use my snipping tool to kind of just take a screenshot of this. Of course, you could also go and completely save it to your computer as well. But since I'm taking the laser, I'm going to grab a snippet. So I'm just grabbing an image of my image. I don't know, Marley. Go find it. And then I'm going to paste. Make sure y'all can see that. I'm pasting here, and then I'm just going to drag it because this is a drag and drop feature. And then I'm just going to resize it to fit how I need it to. So I'm double clicking, and then I'm just adjusting my image. So that's that. And then I'm going to do the same thing, just a little snippet to grab my water bottle and my juice labels. For the juice label, I can actually just copy and paste. So I'm just going to right click everything and hit copy and paste it on top. Okay, something didn't come. Oh, there it is. Bam, I'm going to paste it. And then I'm going to do the same water. Oh, I just forgot something. Hold on. I'm going to duplicate this right quick. Let me share with y'all. I see some of them say proud family and some of them say happy birthday. So I'm just going to do this on the and put a happy birthday, okay? But this is in here if you want it as a demonstration. So let's take this off and put our happy birthday. So I'm going to add this right here. This one's still here. And add our happy birthday to our design. And then I'm going to do the same thing, grabbing my snipping tool. And going back to our, because I wanted to match the chip bag. Bam, and then same thing. So I'm just doing my water bottle label now. For some reason, this one look a little plain to me. Balloons, y'all, because it look a little plain Jane. I know sometimes, but sometimes more is needed. It just depends on what the eye is telling you. For this, I'm feeling like I need to add something. So I'm going to add, uh-oh. Let's lock this for a second. That's better. So now I'm just going to grab the snipping tool, and I'm just cropping the area that I need. I don't know if y'all can see this part while I'm doing it on YouTube because I know it's going between two different apps. But that's all I'm doing, y'all. Grabbing my snipping tool and copy and pasting. Paste. And then, of course, sizing to your liking. With this one, it's okay if some of your image gets cut off because it assumes that it's on the other side of the water bottle. So keep that in mind. All right, perfect. So now I have my image to be able to now add the cover to the site and then it'll be visible. So let me download. I'm going to save this as a PNG and I only need page 1. I'm going to hit download. Screen is not clear. So for the snipping tool, usually you can find it. I don't know if you have a Windows CraftySys computer or a iMac, but for Windows, because I have a Asus, so it's a Windows 11, I want to say. If you go into your search bar on your home screen and search snipping or snipping tool, it'll come up. And then from there, let me see if I can see this. I don't know if I can't share this because it's not a screen. It's an app on my computer. But from there, there's a plus sign at the very top. Once you click on that, it'll pull up like a cursor. From the cursor, let me see if it shows. Let me see if it'll show. Let's go snipping plus. I don't know if y'all can see that, how it pulls this up. And then you just highlight the section that you want to snip. And then it snips it as an image. I don't know if y'all were able to see that. But if not, once you pull up the snipping tool, it's pretty easy to use. So you'll see that plus sign at the top. Once you click the plus sign and you go to wherever you're trying to snip, it's kind of like taking a screenshot in a sense. You're able to highlight the area. So it'll pull up the cursor and then you just highlight the area that you want to snip. It's not going to show it. It's not showing it, Noel. It's probably because it's an app on the computer and I don't think YouTube lets me show that part. But I'm just literally highlighting just the area that I want and then I'm copying and pasting. That way it saves you from having to do the long way of saving and all of that. I just be right clicking away. Right clicking away. Okay, so now I'm just going to add it to the site and make it visible for y'all. And then I'll drop the link for whoever wants to grab it. Let's go here. Let's go to add image. This part you're not going to see because I'm on the back end of my website. But it's just going to take me 2 seconds. Template cover. All right, Proud Twin. And this template is called Proud Twins, y'all. I'm adding it now. All right, save. Okay, so y'all should be able to see it now on the site. Let me drop the link for anyone who needs it. Okay, now we can move on. The next one we're going to do is Rugrats. So we're going to do this from scratch, y'all. Y'all know most of the templates, well, all of the templates are from our template bundle. So let me pull up our blank template bundle. Let's go. Well, let me close what I don't need anymore. Template. Home screen. I really wanted to show you guys though how to pull from something that's already here. So maybe we should do that, y'all. Let me share this screen with you guys. So share instead. So this is the template library. I'm going to go back to all of the templates. And then for Rugrats, when I think of Rugrats, I think of paint splatter and bright colors. So the first thing I'm going to go is to the template library and see what we can grab. This is looking attractive, but there's so many templates in here that I don't know that that would be good to add to that bundle. So let's keep looking. I'm just going to look to see if there's a template in here that I can play off of. Let's see. This one might work, y'all. This one might work. Let's see which else. Because I want y'all to start also getting into the habit of stretching your templates, right? Because the whole point is to maximize them. So if we can stretch them, right? If there's a bundle that's similar to what you need, you can kind of just play around with it and switch it up. So I'm just going here to see if there's anything that stands out to me. If not, then we'll just create this one from scratch. But I just want to see first if there's one that we could rework. Let's see. Like this one, I just switched this one up too for one of my customers. And the bundle that I created for her, I added it to the template too. I'm going to show it to y'all really quick, just to show y'all how you can switch things up, even when it's not the same theme. So for her, she didn't want she didn't want the characters for the gamer. She just wanted kind of like a gamer theme. Share this so y'all can. And it's just a sidebar. So this is the original template, which is a gamer's theme, but she wanted the colors to be blue. So this is how we switched it up, y'all. Same template, but remove the characters because she didn't want the characters. But y'all see how you can easily, switch up the templates that's already there too. I'm just going to keep looking just to see if there's one that we can turn into our Rugrats. These are all wedding templates. I need to add the cover photos for them, but those are all wedding templates. This one might work because there's a colorful one in there. This one's cute too. This one's a unicorn one. Let's see. I'm just looking. Okay. We're going to do it from scratch because I don't have no paint splatter one. And that's what's coming to mind when I think of Rugrats. So we're just going to go and we're going to grab our blank templates. So let me go to blank template mega. And share this tab instead. So you guys will get to see me create it from scratch. So for those of you who are new, welcome, welcome. I see a lot of join the live. Welcome to Template Thursday. This is where I show you how to maximize party templates in Canva. Right now, we're about to create a Rugrats theme from absolute scratch. And we're creating it from our blank templates. So I'm just opening this up. It's loading just to show you guys all of the blank templates that's in here. I'm also going to drop the link for this in the chat too, because this bundle is still currently on sale for $47. I try to keep this one on sale just because I know how much it's helping Crafty Sisters to be able to create your party favors. So for now, it's on the sale price. I'm going to drop it here. It's full of blank party templates and snacks for you to be able to create templates from scratch, just as you guys are about to see me create here. So for the Crafty Sis who asked for templates, for these templates, drop 3 templates that you want us to create. Of course, we're going to start with our chip bag since it's the biggest template. So I'm going to grab our chip bag template. I'm going to go with this one here. This here just kind of is here as your guide to show you how to use the template. So it tells you to make sure you add your background, to print on a 8.5 by 11 size sheet of paper, that it fits in a 1 ounce size chip bag, which is the regular small chips, to add your image or text or both to stay within the grid. So these grid lines we're going to delete once we create our design, but this just tells you where to stay on the front of your bag and then where to stay on the back of your bag. And then, of course, you can add your image and your thank you message or whatever other message you want here. For the barcode, I recommend, of course, switch it up, add your barcode or your QR code of wherever you want your customers to go. It could either be for your socials, if your work is on there, or the direct page of where they can order that particular product. So I always keep my barcode here. And then, of course, my website goes here. Okay, so let's get into it, y'all. First things first, I'm going to add a blank page and we're going to go straight to Google and see what images we can find for our theme. And again, this theme is for Rugrats. Crafty Sis said to do chips, a box, fruit snacks, and juice. Okay, and then we'll throw water in there too. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. I'm going to go to Google. And I'm just going to search Rugrats images. Let me share this so y'all can see. Images. And then first things first, of course, we're going to grab this one. So I'm just right clicking, y'all. Right clicking and copying and pasting into our canvas. So copy. Let's see what else we can grab. This one might be cute since it had, well, no, because it's cut off. So no. This one's cute with Angelica, Chucky, and what's the name? Tommy. Copy and paste. This one's a good one with all of them on it. So I'm going to do the same thing, copy and paste. Let's see what else. I'm going to go and click on the top here because it gives us the individual characters as well, because I'm just going to add all of them to the thing just in case anybody wants to use any of the other images. We'll just go ahead and add them. So we have Chucky. Let's go with Angelica. I'm just going to do one image of each of them. So copy, paste. We have Chucky already. Okay, there's one of Kimmy. I don't even remember some of these characters, y'all. This is taking it all the way back and bringing back that nostalgia. But I don't remember Kimmy. Let's see who else. The twins, Rugrats. I'm going to put Rugrats characters so they can all come up for us. Tommy, of course. Copy. Paste. This 3D one is cute too. Oh, Susie. We gotta do Susie. Copy and paste. Did I miss anybody, y'all? Not they grown up too. Did I miss any of the characters? Susie, Chucky, oh, Dill. Wasn't there some twins on here too? And okay, I think we got enough of them. Let's see. I think it was twins on here too. Oh, Cynthia. Cynthia looked crazy. We might leave her off. She look a little crazy. We don't want to scare the kids. Oh, the twins. Okay, twins. I forgot that Phil and Lil DeVille. So copy and paste. And I think that's good for now. So now Canva. Let me make sure y'all can see. I know I was asked to a party. I like how we can now copy and paste directly from Google. Yes, Tracy, that's the That's the best thing, y'all. Right click, copy, paste. If you could do it, do it. Because then you don't have to go the long way of saving and all of that. Just copy and paste. So now I think we pretty much have our images. So I'm going to go here and just kind of organize the images. We know with Rugrats, when I think of Rugrats, I think of, I don't know why, I think of paint splatter, colorful party. So now I'm just going to resize our images, remove the background from the ones that we don't need background on, and kind of fit them all on one page. So let's resize. Most of them are transparent SVGs, so they don't have the background on them. But then if need be, you could always background remove if you have Canva Pro. So I'm just clicking this button here, BG Remover, and it takes away the background. Same with this one, background remover. I kind of like this one, how it's already kind of done for you with the main characters. So we're going to definitely play off of that one. So now we're just moving them all so we can see all of our different characters to see what we have. Make this a little smaller. Actually, I'm going to move this to the top and this to the bottom. This part doesn't matter, but this is just me kind of seeing where we're at. And of course, leaving these images too for anyone who gets the template and you want to be able to use, you won't have to search because we did the searching already. So bam. All right. So now let's get into it, y'all. First things first, when you're creating anything that you're creating is your background. So I'm going to go to elements and I'm going to search paint splatter background. Of course, you can create your own paint splatter if you wanted to, but I just want to see what Canva already has before I go to create my own. This one's looking cute. It's more pastel-y on the pastel side. This is what I have in mind for Rugrats, especially, y'all. Look at that. Right? It's giving Rugrats for me. It's giving Rugrats, but we don't know. We're still sitting on it to see. So let's keep looking to see what else comes up. This is looking cute too, y'all. I'm going to, let me do this. Let's do this. Because sometimes as I'm brainstorming, I do realize that sometimes y'all want to use some of the stuff that we brainstorm and it doesn't always end up in the design. So I'm just going to put some options here. I'm loving this, y'all. This is what I'm feeling. I'm loving that. Let's see what else. This is cute as well. Because you could put a name in there. You could put a picture in there. You could switch up your background. So I'm just going to add some options in here of things that I feel like would go cute with this theme. So let's keep looking. Crafty says, what colors did you want as the main colors? I should have asked. What colors? Because I automatically went here with it. But what do you want the main colors to be? This is another cute one. And I'm just looking through. Okay, I feel like that's a good base. Let me see what Crafty Sis said. I have a design in mind, but I don't know where to start with it. I forgot the name, but I'll send you a pic. Okay, sis, send me a pic. It's giving 90s vibes, right? It's feeling so 90s already. Okay, send me a pic, sis, so we could brainstorm on that. All right, so let's see. I'm just trying to see if anything, because I don't want the paint. I want the paint splatter elements, but I don't want it to be my main background. And the reason why is because I kind of want the characters to pop, and they're already so colorful. I feel like if it's a full paint splatter, just to show y'all what I mean, it'll be too blendy. That's actually really cute. But I kind of want a main color and then to add the paint splatters. But we could switch it up too. We might could even let white be our base for this one. Low key. Let me show y'all. So let's duplicate this. And we're going to resize the paint splatter. I'm going to change this to maybe like a blue gradient. So let's go to color. I'm going to click on that plus sign so it can open up the tools. We're going to go to gradient. And we're going to add some shades of blue in here. So let's switch this up, y'all. And do a little gradient. That's cute. So I'm going to add 2 more of the dark blue because I just want a little small section in the middle right here. But the gradient with the paint splatter, I feel like it's so cute. So I'm just going to crop this down. And then I'm going to duplicate it. Now to make it match up a little more perfectly, I'm just going to flip this one to give it a more illusion like it's all cohesive. So I'm going to do the same thing up here. Now, once I create a gradient, I already know Canva's going to create it for me as an option. So I don't have to recreate the same gradient. I just go to the option and click it here and do the same for all. Bam. And then I'm going to grab our paint splatter and add it to the top. And add our crinkle effect. Positioning it to the front. Bam. So now we have a cool background that we could work with. And now for some reason, I'm loving this because I feel like the name could go in there. But let's add our character. So we're gonna go with a white background for now. Let's add our characters. This one is kind of already done for us, so not a bad idea to make this the main. And then I'm going to add a happy birthday on the top. So let's go. We can go to, let's stay in elements for a second. And let's just type in happy birthday. Because sometimes we get lucky, y'all, with a little something in here that we don't have to do much with. So let's look to see. I like this one. And it's so, but I don't know. It's not really, it's cute, but it'll clash just a little bit. This is really pretty. I don't know if we're going to use it for this, but just as a sidebar, look how pretty this is, y'all. For something girly. Let's keep looking because I want the font to be more of a, I don't know where I'm going with it, but I'll know when I see it. Oh, this is cute too. This is cute. Can't change the colors on here. Let's see if we could change it on the adjust tool. Okay. Can switch up the colors. Definitely can. But I don't know yet. I don't know because I don't know yet. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. I like this. We're going to put that on standby. We're going to put it on standby. Because it has to be. Oh, I like this. Look at this, y'all. This is so cute. Because I kind of want a more playful This is cute. I like that. We're going to take you out for now. We're going to position this backwards. Of course, you could always also go to your the TextMaker Studio to find a font that you like. This is given playful graffiti, but I don't want it to drift too far from the original font. That's why I kind of, some of them, although I like how they look, but they were a little clashy with our design. So I think I like that one. But I'm also going to go here and I'm going to type in Rugrats font to see if anything comes up. Let's take away the graphics. Because sometimes you can find it here. These are a little, I don't particularly see Rugrats. Okay, I see Bluey. But this wouldn't be a bad thing to add, this one. But we gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna go to our TextMaker Studio because I have to really feel it in my heart. Okay, I gotta really feel it. So let's see what we find. It does look like Play-Doh. Look, I'm toggling back to make sure I don't miss anything. Yes, 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 yes. I'm loving it too, Crafty Sis. Okay, so now let's go here, and I'm just gonna go through and see, because I don't know, I'm feeling a little graffiti-ish for this too. Something like this, but not too much. So I'm gonna type in graffiti. Let me make sure I spell it right. I think I still spelled it wrong. It's only one T. Okay. Graffiti and see what comes up. Because Rugrats is like a funky font. You can also find the font, y'all. I wouldn't use it as like my base font for my actual words, only because I don't particularly love the font either. And it could look a little wonky when you're adding more words to that. So I'm just finding something that looks good and complements it well. So we're doing a little bit of font pairing. So I'm going to look through and just look and see. Just look and see. This one's cute. Oh, look at this king font. That's cute. And see if, look, this funky font might go well with it. I'm not going to do this plus this, but I'm just seeing what, seeing what our options are. This might go really good with it too. I like this. Let's see what else. This urban font might be cute as well. I like this brush font. So we're just letting our eyes do the talking. This is cute too. That's cute. And it gives the spray paint feel. I really like this. Let's see, y'all. Let's look and see. Also, it doesn't give us I thought it was going to do the little spray paint too behind it. We could always add that later, but I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to keep looking. It'll speak to me once it's here. This is cute too. And it kind of, you know, looks like it will complement it well. This. I think we found it, y'all. Remember I said we'll know when we see it. I think we found it. I'm going to duplicate because y'all know how we do. Sometimes we want to keep the original. And let's play around. I'm going to switch up the purple just to make it a little bit darker to try to match this as much as we can. So let's go with that. I wish there was a way to change the shadow to a different color, but you can't with this one just because it only allows one element. Let's try one more thing. Let's go to adjust and see if the black is there. No, the black is not there. So we're going to have to keep that on there, which is fine. I'm going to position it slightly behind Angelica's hair. Let's see if we could go with a different color because we're more blue than purple. I feel like that's cute. Now, we're going to do our back message. So thank you for coming to my party. And we know technically this is not the grammatically correct way of writing, but when it comes to designing your chip bags or your party favors in general, you want everything to look like it fits, right? Or to look like it belongs. So part of that is stacking the letters for the back of your chip bag. So that's what you see me doing here. Bam. And then we're going to grab just this one. So cute. So cute. And of course, you can put a name up here. It doesn't have to say happy birthday. I try to put happy birthday on the template bundles just because it's more generic for anyone else who's using it. But of course, you can add names, pictures, whatever you want on these designs. So this is so cute already, y'all. This is so cute. Okay. So now I'm going to go and see what else. Let me see what else I could add. Maybe a little bit of splatter, not too much. But let's just see something right quick. Let's just see. How cute. How cute. I love it. So I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do it with and without. And of course, you can switch up the color. So if you didn't want purple to be the main color, this does allow you to switch it up to make it more for a girl or however you want to do it. So keep that in mind too. You can make it blue if you wanted to, a dark blue to contrast, but super cute, y'all. Super cute. Okay. So now we have two options. Let me see what else we had in here. We still have this one. So for this one, for the font on the back of it, you would want it to be a font that's close to whatever is up here to match the same way we did it here. Because when it comes to font pairing, you don't want to add a whole third other font that don't have nothing to do with none of these. So you want a more bubble font is how you would do that one. So let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Yes, for the app, perfect. It's saying premium is that an additional fee. So with Canva, the app has some of them that's well, I don't even know that any of them are free, honestly, for the Text Maker Studio app. Um, check to see if you don't have Canva. If you have Canva Pro, the ones that say premium might be the ones that you can't use because even with Canva Pro, they now have other apps within Canva. So in this case, I can use all of them because I paid for it because I like how these fonts are the same fonts that I would originally remember back in the day when I showed y'all how to go and find fonts on other apps like the Font Meme, 1001 Fonts. There's so many other font websites that you can get fonts from. Even I think Creative Studio or Creative Fabrica has fonts, but Canva gets smarter and smarter, right? The more we use Canva and the more they see that we have to do other external things to do it, it's getting more and more Photoshop like, to where it gives more options for you. So within Canva, some of the apps you have to pay for the apps too, because they ain't gonna give us that much for $12, y'all. It's only so much they gonna give us for the 12. But if you see premium means that if it's a free one on here with premium, it's not included in the free. So quite a few of them do say premium. But I want to say with this particular app, you do have to buy the app to be able to use it. I want to say. But don't quote me on that. Check it out and then let me know. Okay, so this is one version, y'all. We could even do, let's duplicate. And let's say we wanted a yellow background on it. Let's go here. I'm going to go to elements. And I'm just going to put yellow background. Just to show y'all the versatility. And let's grab this one. Look, y'all. Look, so you could do white. You could add a little color. You could add a little splash behind it. And it's still going to go, y'all. It's still going to go. You can even do, let's say we don't want the yellow and we want our blue gradient to be this background. And we want, let's switch up our letters. And let's switch up our group. What other color should we do for our border? The purple? This same purple. I don't know. It's just something about gradient that hits different for me. So even with the purple, I'm going to make it a gradient purple. So let's add purple and dark purple to this. Let's darken it just a little bit. Because gradient just hits different, y'all. It hits different. If you know, you know. I'm going to add another lighter shade directly in the middle. A lighter shade of purple. Right here. And the reason why I'm adding several of the same color in order to get it's because I want to get the type of gradient that the center is not as wide as the sides, because y'all know when the paper wraps around, it hits different. If all the center here was lighter, then I'm only going to have the light purple on the front of the chip bag. But I want the gradient to show on the front too, so that's why I'm doing it that way. So let's move this up. That's so pretty. Move this up as well. Change all of our gradients to that new purple gradient that we created. Gradient. And I'm just doing this to show y'all the versatility before I show you guys how we can switch this up for other templates too. So, bam. Bam. This is so cute. This is so cute. Of course, if you wanted to, you could add a little bit more of the paint splatter on this too. If you wanted it to be behind them, well, let me see, because I don't want position to back. That's cute. If it was just on the back of the chip bag, I like that. So let's crop this. Crop, because I hate having all that extra space. Hold on. Let's do it on this side so I can see. And then I'm just going to go here and I'm going to do blue, blur. And I'm going to create that same effect that's on here because I don't want my words to blend too much, y'all. I want to be able to see my words. Since they're both darker, it could blend a little too much. So I'm positioning this backwards. Hold on, because the shade is a little off for me. So now it kind of lifts it just a little bit off of the page. Same with my words here. Let's make that white to make it really pop. So cute. This is so cute. Okay, let me see if I'm missing any comments. Dropping gems. Thank you, Tracy. So adorable. Perfect. Yes, for that app. Okay, perfect. All right, y'all. So already we created 3 versions of the same thing. 3 versions of the same thing. We have this one. We have this one. Well, 4 versions. We have this one. This one, we're going to leave it alone, but y'all already know you find a font if you want to use that one. So now we're going to switch it up. I'm going to leave the characters here because, of course, you could switch this up too, y'all. If you only wanted one character, you could. If you wanted to do different chip bags with different characters, you could. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say we wanted the twins on here, right? And we wanted different colors for the different characters. Well, first things first, I'm going to do edit because the twins are already together here, but they're not quite how I will position them. So I'm going to do magic grab, and I'm just going to grab one of them. So now they're separated. Oh, they don't took. Oh, okay. They gonna leave that right there. So we're gonna do magic grab again, and we're gonna grab the other one. So let's grab the other one. And then we could delete the background. So now they're separated and we can position them how we want them to be. So if I wanted my happy birthday here and I wanted one twin on top right here and I wanted the other twin on the bottom right here, let's position you backwards. And then maybe I want this to be on the top. I'm just doing this to show y'all that there is no right or wrong way. No right or wrong way. Let's say we didn't want this on this one. We want this right here. Position you backwards. Move you down. And then let's say I wanted to add a, what can we add, y'all? Maybe we want a balloons to be right here in the middle. And then for our color, we're going to switch up the color just because I wanted to match their outfit more. So I'm going to go here and use my color pick tool to switch up our gradient. And I'm going to keep the gradient as is, but just switching up the blues. So these, we're going to make it more teal to match their shirts. And then maybe we want this purple to be pink instead. I don't know if I like the positioning, so I'm gonna switch this up just a little bit. Because I feel like it should say happy birthday, Rugrats, not Rugrats, happy birthday. So we switching it up just a little bit. And I'm gonna make this slightly smaller only because we already know if we're going over this line, they're overlapping on the page. So in order to avoid that, we're gonna make it right. So position, it can overlap a little bit, like her little hand, that's fine, but not too much, because this, you already know that's pushing it to the back of your design. I think I want to flip him. Is she bigger than him? Resize her. And I don't like the balloon. I don't like the balloons, y'all. We're gonna give them some more friends. So let's add maybe Tommy and Chucky. And then we're gonna flip Chucky this way. Tommy. They're all doing a little dance. And we'll put the baby in the middle. Add the baby. He can sit on top of the sign. Hey, Mar. Change the color around the name. The name, the Rugrats. Can the color yellow around the name be changed? Yes. So if you click on the logo and you click on the color up here, you can change it, or you can go to the adjust tool too. So let's say you wanted that to be pink. You could switch it up. Sometimes it doesn't give the exact shade when you do it that way, but let's see if the adjust tool gives us a better shade change. Let's see. You can go and turn up the brightness or turn it down to get it darker. So if all else fails and you're not able to switch up the colors just on the top, hold on, y'all. Let me help Marley real quick. All right, y'all, I'm back. So yes, it's bringing up so many great memories. What, from the Canva class? not working in the color adjust tool, I mean, if it doesn't work up here, then you know the color adjust tool will get you right. Okay, I don't know why it's blurry. It's showing blurry. Okay, there we go. So yes, you can absolutely switch up the colors that way. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Let's change that yellow to pink. And let's adjust it to be a little bit darker to match how we want it. Okay, so bam, that's done. Now, next thing is adding it to different designs. So which one do y'all want to go with? We have quite a few. Which one do y'all want to go with? So let me move this here. I'm going to move this to the back. Y'all want to go with white, yellow, or blue? White, yellow, or blue? Because I'm only going to add the other templates to one of the designs. White, yellow, or blue? I'm loving the yellow. I ain't going to lie. The yellow is popping. The yellow is popping. The yellow is popping on this one. Blue? Okay. I see blue. Any other suggestions? 5? This one? So we have a vote for this one and a vote for this one. Let's get one more vote to break the tie. One more vote to break the tie. Which one do y'all want to see? So right now I'm going to show you guys how to turn the chip bag into other designs. Dang, it's still a tie. Yellow? Okay. Okay. So right now, I'm going to show you guys how to change it into other templates. And then we'll get off, y'all. Because we've been on for like, what, 2 hours now? Almost 2 hours. All right. So I'm just going to move this here. Crafty Sis says she want a gift box. So that's this here. For gift box, you could either do the drag and drop, or you can do this one. I'll show you guys. Drag and drop is easy. You just drop your image inside or your background inside. This one, you're just adjusting it to your liking. So I'm going to actually do, because we can, I don't know why we be putting that barcode right there, but I'm not going to put it. So we're going to duplicate these 2 pages to do our gift box. We're going to do juice labels. Do y'all want the rounded bottom pouch or the regular pouch? We could probably do both. We'll do both. So let's add this here, our water bottle label. What was the last thing sis said? Rice Krispie? Did you say Rice Krispie next, sis? Hello, Crafty Sis Tamisha. You missed us creating this from scratch, sis, but you get to see us add more templates. Did you say Rice Krispie treat, sis, for the last one? I can't remember what you said for the last template. Yes? Okay. So Rice Krispie treat. And that'll complete our bundle for this one. What happened, Mar? Go ahead. In the backyard. Okay, just making sure. Somebody, can I play with chalk? Okay, I'm going to take this one off because we're going to do this one. So you have both options. Okay, first things first, we know we're grabbing our background. So in this case, we know for the yellow, our background was here. So I'm just going to drag and drop it into our design. Just that simple. Drag and drop into our design. Next, I'm going to grab our elements. So we know we have, well, I want to change the color of the yellow, but I already know, and this is just a insider. You already know if you change any color, all of the colors on the design will change to that color. So what do I mean by that? If I try to change this yellow here, it's also going to change Angelica's hair, and we don't want her hair to be pink or whatever else. So in order to combat that, I'm just gonna redo this one and put it on top, y'all. So let's change that color to, we could do blue. We'll change it to blue. And I'm just gonna resize it and put it right on top. That way we have a little bit of depth on the thing, and it's not blending with yellow. We could change that up. So I'm gonna do the same thing when I add this here. So I'm just duplicating some of the elements, y'all. Less is more. You don't need every single element on here. You just put, you know, what you feel. So we're gonna go with that for this one. For to add a little bit, well, let me see, because maybe I don't want the yellow for this part of it. Maybe I want to go with another color that's on here, which is our gradient blue. It's still going to match our design, but give us a little bit more, you know, oomph. So let's go here to make sure we still want the gradient to be positioned the same. Because maybe I don't want it to be the up and down gradient. Maybe I want it to be down the middle. Or maybe I want a horizontal line through it, which I'm loving the horizontal. So that's something to keep in mind too. When you switch up your design, and we're going to keep that as yellow because I like the yellow with the blue. When you're creating your design, it's as long as it matches your overall aesthetics, okay? So we'll make one yellow and one blue. So this one, I'm going to add them in, and I'm going to keep it blue. And because of them blending so much with the background, I'm going to grab this little blue blur. I'm going to lock this in place for a second. I'm going to grab my blue blur. Maybe I want it to be a darker blue blur. Let's see. I'm going to see what shade I want to go with because I wasn't too much. I'm not too much feeling the blue blur. I ain't going to even hold you. We're going to go and we're going to try white blur instead. Or yellow. But a lighter shade yellow might work too. Let's just see. Because our goal is to kind of not have everything too blendy. To kind of, you see how the yellow is giving it, y'all see that? I know it might seem minor, but do y'all see the difference between this and this? Tell me if you see it. Tell me if you see it in the comments so I know I'm not tripping. A box, no, I was still here just playing around, looking and learning. Gotcha, sis, gotcha. Okay, tell me if y'all see the difference. Splatter behind them. We could try the splatter behind them. Let's try it. So let's do another one. And let's grab our, where is our splatter? Oh, we went far. Hold on. I'm going to put this right here for a second. We can add our splatter. It might be a little, okay, that's cute. That's cute. I don't mind that. I don't mind the splatter on the yellow. I don't know about on the blue, but I don't mind it on the yellow. It's a look, it's not too clashy, y'all. We could do splatter and add a white blur. So let's do that. Hold on. Let me go here first. And let's do, I'm trying to see how I'm going to finesse this. I know what I could do. So I'm going to unlock this. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to add the splatter here. Oh, it's not going to do it. Y'all know whenever the image doesn't have to where you can stretch it on all four corners, it's not going to work for drag and drop. So let's try something else. Let me see. Okay, no, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to finesse it some kind of way. Let's see. You could either finesse it or you can add it on top, but just know you're gonna have to you're gonna have to trim off the excess. So let's, like, when it prints, you're just gonna have to cut off the bottom part. So let me hit crop again, and I'm just gonna crop it at least as much as I can. Done. But as far as this bottom part, you're gonna have to, because rounded only works for, it don't round it all the way. So you're still gonna have to cut some of that off. Let me see if I can make it smaller. Because you don't want it to look cut off. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna make it bigger. When you cut, just make sure you trim this part off. Okay? So I like that, but let's go here. Just because it's blending a little bit, we're gonna do white blur to kind of fix that a little bit. I'm not going to do it too big because I mainly just want it behind our characters. There we go. So you can still have the paint splatter effect, but the characters aren't blending into the background. Okay? So bam, we have our juice. Two versions of our juice, with paint splatter, without. You could also add a little element of surprise if you wanted to. So let's go. Let me grab a paint splatter just to kind of show y'all what I mean. You could do a little, you know, little border too. That's cute. I really want, I hate that Canva does that for some of the elements where you can't add it, because I kind of want it here on the bottom too, but we're just going to leave that alone. We're just going to leave it alone. Okay, so let's do this because I hate when things are too big for no reason. All right, so we have juice, chips. Now let's move on to water. So let's delete this. Add that there for a second. We don't need both. We're going to do the same borders that we do for the, same borders that you do for your chips. Do it for your water. Uh-oh. Oopsie. Change the color of our elements. And our words. And then now you're just pulling. So you don't have to do everything, right? So since this one is a smaller frame, I'm just going to pull. Well, let's lock you for a second. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to grab our characters and add some of our characters to the label. So let's move them over here. We're just going to go with the characters that's already on the design. So let's go with Tommy, Angelica. We might could just do Tommy and Chucky and leave Angelica out. Let's do Tommy and Chucky. And I'm gonna flip Chucky because it's a little odd that I feel like he should be pointed this way. Yes, Mar. Go ahead. She nicknamed everything. Can I go to the tramp? Okay. So we have that. Maybe we want to even add the paint splatter a little bit, but differently. So let's go. I'm going to kind of pull the same kind of thing, but slightly different. Oh, where'd it go? It got stuck. I'm just going to put it in the center right here because there's no right or wrong way. Right? So let's crop. Let's see if we like it. Position backwards. Uh-oh. Forward. Nah, we gonna make it the whole thing. The idea was better in my head. And since we did that, we definitely have to switch up. Let me ungroup this for a second. Because we have to switch up our font because now it's blending too much. So we're gonna go with white instead. White is gonna make it pop off right off of the page. Bam. So our water bottle label is done. I'm going to group that and let's save some space. So let's move. Hold on, let's crop the excess. We're going to move this up. Because we don't need all those extra pages. Bam. All right, now moving on to the Rice Krispie treat. Make sure I'm not missing any comments. It will end up in the trash anyway. It sure will. Okay, good. Y'all see the difference? I should have went with the purple. So cute. I'm still here, about to start driving. I'm still at work listening and learning. Drive safe, crafty sis. All right. So now let's add our Rice Krispie treat in our gift box, and then we'll be done with this design, y'all. We will be done. So let's add this right here and this too. Same thing. Background first. I'm going to keep the blue one just because, I could keep the blue words. So I'm going to get rid of the pink one. So I'm going to grab, first things first, our yellow background. This one is not drag and drop, so I'm just going to resize it to fit into my design. I'm going to position it to the back and get rid of what I don't need. For my borders, we already know we have our gradient, so I'm just going to go with the gradient that we already have. We might also be able to turn this into a gradient too. So we sure can. All right, perfect. So now let's move this back to its spot. Let's get our paint splatter. Oh, not you. Duplicate our paint splatter. Add it to our design. And then we're going to add our characters. So although this says original, we can switch this up to say whatever we want it to say. So maybe we want it to be limited edition. So whatever you do to the top layer, you must do to the bottom, because this one is a layer limited edition. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So let's group that. Make it a little smaller. And then we can add our characters, and we can also add our logo here. So it'll be the Rugrats limited edition. This we might could make smaller because you're not the focal point, right? We just want to see what's in here. We just using that to know what's in here. So I'm gonna make it smaller, and let's just move it to the back. Move it onto the back and let this be our words. So let me ungroup this for a second because I feel like I like it without the layer for this particular design. We can get our characters. So this has Tommy, Angelica, and what's his name? Chucky. So I'm going to grab the same characters, or we could even grab all of them. Maybe we want all of them for this one. Let's give them all a shot. Because the beauty of this is there is no right or wrong way, y'all. No right or wrong way to design. So I'm going to put the limited birthday edition since we have happy birthday on there. Move it down a little bit. Okay, done. Let me see, because I feel like I want to make, uh-oh. I didn't mean to unfold. I feel like I want the blue to be a little bit darker for the border part. Okay, perfect. Now for our gift box, same thing. This one isn't a drag and drop, so I'm just going to resize it. Starting with our background. You could even switch it up to do one yellow, two yellow, two blues, if you wanted it to be, switched up just a little bit. Which gradient was it? This one? I'm going to grab our yellow blur because it did us right last time. Position it behind the characters just to lift them off the page just a little bit. You could even go with the white center one too if you wanted to. Let's see some. Oh yeah, that looks good. Now see that? Let's resize because we don't need you all off the page if not necessary. Bam. Bam. And then we're going to switch up, of course, this one here. Uh-oh. What did I do? And we made it blue. And then let's go back to our original chip bag so we can put happy birthday on here. So happy birthday. Even though I realized we didn't put happy birthday on none of the other ones. Let's add it. We could add it, no worries. Bam. I'm gonna put this on the bottom and our happy birthday on the top. But on our gift box, we're gonna put happy birthday. And we're gonna add our characters. Let's see, he might be able to be. No, he's blocking a little too much. So we're gonna have to position him backwards and just let him be on top of the happy birthday. So backwards. I was trying to see if we could do our little trick to get some of his hand, but he's still gonna cover the birthday too much. Yeah, nah, we can't do our trick for this one. Let me see. So he just gonna be behind. It's fine. And then let's get Tommy. He can cover slightly because we can still see that it says happy birthday. So we'll do it that way. All right. And then let's add our, for the side here, maybe we want to thank you for coming to my party on this side of the box. So let's go here and go back to our Text Studio app, Text Studio Maker. And this was, let's see if I can remember. I forgot which font it was, y'all. All of a sudden, I don't remember all of these. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I think I went too far. Let me start over. Oh, it was this one. The crazy font, right? Was it? No, it wasn't. This is cute. Yeah, why I can't find it? Did I pass it? I remember we didn't use this one. Mm, it wasn't that one. I'm gonna remember to save it for y'all too. Cause all of a sudden I can't find it. Oh, this one. Here we go. Artists. Okay. So far, thank you for coming to my party. We know we don't have to separate it as much this time because it's going on the side of the box. So I think stacked like this will be cool. Will be fine. And then this is pop art graffiti. Pop art. Okay. So bam. And then we just change the colors to blue. We might could change it to yellow since it's on the blue background. So I'm just going to my adjust tool to be able to make it a little bit more brighter yellow, just because it was looking a little dull. Add a page. Just so if you do happen to use this, you can be able to find it too. Okay. All right, so we have this. I'm gonna add our what is it? Our splash on here. So let's go to our here and we'll add the paint splatter to this one. And then maybe we'll just add a small little logo on here. Bam. Super cute. The last thing I'll show you guys is how to kind of create your own kind of like your own wallpaper, step and repeat. So I don't know why that just came to my mind. So I'm gonna just show y'all how to do it here. Just because if you're creating something and you want to be able to, make it super cute, you can. You would just duplicate, y'all. Just duplicate, duplicate. So you can kind of create your own paper in a sense. This came to mind, so I figured it would be cute for this design. And then you just stack it. So when you duplicate, you just stack so that it's layered. Canva kind of remembers how you're doing it. And then you just add whatever's missing. So bam, one right here. So like for things like your gable boxes and things like that, this would be a cute background to put as that how I showed you guys last time to create that layer, that back layer for your gable box. So that's just a little extra tip there. But yeah, y'all, that's it. So bam, we have our gift box top and sides. I feel like these two look like two different ones. So let's duplicate. And then I'm gonna duplicate this one too. And let's fix that because I don't like that. I feel like it looked like two different boxes. Low key. So let's make this one the yellow. It's cute, but I don't like the I think this will help to fix that. Better. That's better. So now we can do this one. Let's get rid of that. We don't need this for this one. And we could keep the yellow. All right. Now we're talking. All right, y'all. So let's just do. Mm, I think that's everything. So now I'm going to just delete what we don't need. Y'all know where to find those extra templates. Mm, 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 mm. Why can't I see? You're welcome. Yes, you can change the skin tone of the Rugrats. Let me show you how to do that. While I'm trying to see why this, hold on, I'm just trying to get rid of the pages we don't need. Unlock page. Unlock. Unlock. Let me organize our pages. So there's one or two ways you could change the color. You could either go up here to where it has it, and let's just play off of Susie's color. Okay, so that didn't do much. So I'm gonna go to my adjust tool and try to adjust it instead. Let's see, we got to get a good shade. Because that tool playing a little bit. You could either do it with this or you can also do it using AI. If you put it into any AI and you ask it to change the shade and tell it which shade, it'll do it. Because this one, it didn't really change the color how we wanted to. Let's try Angelica. Let's see. Let me go straight to the color adjust instead. Because it's trying to change her hair color too. Yeah, the best way I would say is to do it through AI. So let me try one so I can show you guys. I do have to save the image, so let's do what should we name this image? I'm gonna name this one the paint splatter kids. All right, so I'm gonna save her, download, and I'm just gonna go to my chat AI. You can use Google Gemini, whatever app that you like to use. I'm gonna put change her skin tone to a chocolate brown character. So let's see what it does. Because sometimes the color adjust tool will get you right, but sometimes you do have to, go outside. In the meantime, while it's grabbing the character, let's fix up our bundle. And then I'm going to add this to the side. Okay, so let's copy. There we go. Background remover. So where there's a will, there's a way, y'all. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm just going to put in the text for whoever else gets this bundle. Switch up characters. And I'm going to just copy and paste the prompt. So I put the prompt there too for anybody who needs it. Let's just make this a little cuter by sticking with our theme. Bam. All right, y'all. Oh, did it make? Oh, because the background is okay, y'all. Hold on. So she don't have yellow teeth because the background yellow. Hold on. Let me fix it. Let me fix it. Look, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so we just gonna go with our shapes. We gonna put a little white circle behind her head so that her eyes and her teeth are not miscolored. There we go. Problem solved. I'm going to group that together like it never happened. All right, y'all. So I'm going to add this to the site. Let me do that right now. Does anybody have any questions? And by the way, I also want to invite you guys, an Oscar, not an Oscar. You're welcome, Tracy. Mona, you definitely need an Oscar for the work that you do for helping us all. Look, why don't y'all give me an Oscar then? Look, y'all, I enjoy helping y'all because helping y'all, I promise y'all, there's enough room for everyone to win. And those of you, if you know, you know, I am building a crafty empire and I need strong crafty sisters who are good with designing, who are good at doing exactly what it is that I do for us to come up together. Okay. So part of that is me showing up to be able to, teach. And also, too, even if you're not a part of the crafty empire that I'm building, right? Just in general, this is a skill that really, really has helped me to be able to literally leave my 9 to 5. So if I'm able to do that for myself, then everybody else can do it too, right? It's just a matter of applying yourself. So it doesn't hurt me to share what it is that I know. I'm happy to do it. And I'm excited to get to, see what progress everyone is able to make with the information that I share. With that, I do want to invite all of you guys to join me this Saturday. If you haven't already taken my Party Favor Masterclass, if you've already taken it, you can come again at no charge. Just send me a message if you want to join. If you haven't taken the Party Favor Masterclass yet, I definitely want to invite you guys. Is this times 10, y'all? I'm literally showing you how to turn the skill into a business. That way you always have it in your back pocket. Even if you don't decide that you want to make money off of it now, you can always have the skill and the information in order to do so in the future. During the class, I teach you guys how to design, how to assemble, how to market your party favors for sale. I give you a full marketing strategy. And I also teach you how to create content around it too. So it's a packed class, but you learn a lot of useful information if you do want to be able to turn this into a business. So, with that, I'm going to add this to my site. Let's do, let me go here. Well, I'm going to drop the link to the Party Favor Masterclass for anyone who might be interested in joining Saturday. And then I'm going to add this to my site, and then we're done for today, y'all. This is another good Template Thursday. Super exciting to be back. I know it feels like it's been a little minute, but yeah, we are back, y'all. We're back every single Thursday. You can find lives like this where I teach you how to maximize party templates. And of course, the same templates are available for purchase as well. So this is the tickets to get your seat if you do want to join for the Party Favor Masterclass. I'm going to add the template now. So let's go to, so of course, I got to create my cover photo. So I'm going to do that first. Grab it. Oh, before I do that, don't forget we got to get rid of our side. So let me delete that. So again, snipping tool, I'm just taking an image and I'm dragging and dropping it into our background. For the juice label, I'm just grabbing the juice and I'm copying and pasting it. For the water, same thing, snipping tool. And I'm just snipping the very part of it that I need, y'all. Not the whole thing, just the part that I need. So I'm snipping. Y'all can't see the snipping part because YouTube doesn't let us show that part. because it's an app within my computer. Just making sure it's big enough. Perfect. All right, now let me add it to the site. So let's duplicate this page. Yes. Almost. You was. She talking about, was I being good? Thank you. I'm not done yet though, so don't come. Okay, I will. Okay, download page 1 to 5. And then download my cover. All right. Now I can add to site. I'm gonna come back to see if y'all left any comments. Y'all know I can't see it while I'm in between tabs. So let's duplicate this one. So that's 2 new templates that we're adding today, y'all. We added the Proud Twins one, and now we are adding our Paint Splatter Kids bundle. Oh, hold on. I named it. Hold on, y'all. I need to rename this because I named it wrong. Does anybody have any questions about what we went over today while I'm doing this? Because I know it's probably boring just hearing me click clack. Just hear me click clack. Remember, guys, when you get your template bundles, remember to save that PDF. That PDF that has my picture on it, save it. That way, whenever I do updates, like if somebody on one of these lives so happens to say, oh, Mona, can you change this template into a pink one instead? And I do it on live, you'll be able to see the changes on whatever template bundles that you have. So just make sure you save that initial PDF from when you first download your templates. That way you always have it. So bam. Paint splatter. Oh, that's the wrong image. That was just Angelica. Uh, okay, there we go. right. It's officially up, y'all. Okay, so now let me go back to YouTube. Let's see. So the templates are half off right now, so it's on there for $27.50. Quick and easy, yes. I won't forget, sis, that it's a part of my process. I don't be forgetting to mail off orders. I literally am going right before I pick Zoe up. I'm taking all these packages for today with me. Um and then you normally get the tracking email right when I create the label. So if you didn't get a tracking email today, then you'll get one tomorrow. I had to try that snipping tool. The snipping tool is amazing, sis. Like it really does cause y'all know me. I like to, if I could do a shortcut, I'm gonna do the shortcut. Okay. Cause my whole thing is in business or in general, if you can save yourself time, especially with business, y'all, time is money. That line or that saying isn't just a saying just because. Literally, time is money. So whatever takes you the longest to do is where you can potentially, you know, not be losing money necessarily, but the person who's using the template is definitely making more than the person who's creating templates from scratch. Okay, every single time. Like for me, whenever I have an order, I go to my library first. If there's something in there that I can tweak, I save myself a ton of time because we already know if you're anything like me, we want to make sure we're giving our customers the absolute best. So we're going to take our time to sit there and create our designs and make sure that they're on point, no matter if it takes us 24 hours or 2 hours. So if you can save yourself time, that's why earlier I gave the suggestion that even if you're not using all of my templates, go back to designs that you've already created and create yourself a template so that you could be able to use it again in the future. Give your customers options to choose from because it's going to what? Save you time. Because guess what? If that person goes on your site and they already see something that you've already created or that you already have a design for, likely if they're doing the same theme, they're not going to tell you, but I want you to create a whole different design. It doesn't work like that, y'all. They're going to see what you already created that already looks good, and they're going to say, I want that. Okay. Whenever my posts go viral and people start to order the same, they want the same thing that they saw go viral. They don't ask me to recreate this and that. No, like find ways to work smarter in your business because it's going to help you in the long run. I promise. So if you're here, stick around. Join me next Thursday. I might be live before that too, just because there's a lot going on, y'all. There's a lot of changes happening for the good, of course. So I am going to be live soon, as soon as time permits. I'm gonna be live to give y'all some of the updates because I know y'all missed some of my random just talking lives too. If you can join me tomorrow, I'm gonna do another content live tomorrow. It's gonna be really, really fun. If you can join me, it's gonna be right here on YouTube. Come through, y'all. Stick around. If you're the type of person that loves things like this, decorative things, all things party, definitely stick around because everything I do is basically showing you how whatever I do, and as long as it works for me, I spread the information and I spread the knowledge. So definitely stick around. If you enjoyed this live, make sure to come back once it's posted to drop me a comment just to let me know how it was. Um, oh, Proud Twins. Oh, hold on, let me fix it. Let me fix it. Sis says Proud Twins instead of what? Proud Twins instead of the paint. Let me see which one, because there's two, sis. We have the Proud Twins one and this one, but did I name them the same by mistake? Let me see. Let me see so I can fix it. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Which part, sis? Let me know, because there's two of them. I just added two new bundles. When you download it, oh, okay. Let me see. Let me see, because I got to fix that before somebody else gets it. Okay, I see what you mean. But let's see. When I click on it, okay, that's Proud Twins. Paint splatter. Hold on, now I'm confused because I don't see what you see, sis. Let me make sure. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay. Thank you, sis, for catching that for me. I had to find it. Okay, so I gotta resend you the bundle because you have the wrong one then, huh? I'm gonna send it to you now, sis. I'm gonna just send it to your email. Did anybody else get that bundle and it say the same thing? Let me check. Okay, Crafty Sis was the only one who grabbed it so far. So I only have to send it to one person. Let me go here and resend it to Crafty Sis Carolyn. I have two emails for you, so I'm gonna send it to both just in case. Okay, sis. It should be in your email. I sent it to both just in case. Okay? Yeah, the proud one is fine, but Crafty Sis got the paint splatter one, but it had the wrong one on there. But I just fixed it, so everybody else should be good. Thank you, sis, for catching that for me. All right, y'all. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this live today. Again, come back, drop me a comment. If you're watching the replay, comment hashtag replay. And I will see you guys on the next live. Bye, ladies.